France with their only semi-finalist in day one, and that's Alekhma. Talked about his strong 2021 year. He debuted placing second in his home country at the Grand Prix de France. He lost to the wrestler from Georgia that we just saw, Nika Kinchadze. Lost to Kinchadze in the finals, but ended up with a runner-up spot. Has carried that momentum into these European championships. Had a disappointing run last year for France. In Rome, he placed 17th. But boy, he has put that in the rearview mirror. He's looked good today.
Blue accent.
Là, ça arrive, toujours en garde, tout de suite concentré.
Warning given to YUSIFLI of Azerbaijan. Next time he'll go up onto the clock. We are 1 minute in to semifinal number 2. It's 79 kilos. In case you're just joining us, Russia has been the story, even with new names in their lineup. Not new names to Russian wrestling fans, but new names as far as not the big blockbuster rock star names that we're used to seeing because of the Olympic year. Russia has not slowed down. They've won all 3 of their semifinal matches tonight. Turkey with a finalist, and Suleiman Atli. He kicked off our coverage. Very first match of the night, 3-1 win. Russia with a 2-0 win at 57 kilos from Mangoush. And Russia with an 8-5 win coming from Shakiev. Poland able to celebrate with a finalist tomorrow night, Bienkowski with a hard-fought 6-3 win. Should be a step out here for YUSIFLI. Good job driving the action that time and the pace to tie it up at 1.
Bien ça. Continue à lutter.
1-1 our score. Both wrestlers in the center, holding firm on position. 10 seconds to go. Period number 1. Neither wrestler looks like they're too interested in taking a late shot. The referee senses that. He will stop the action for a moment. One more engagement. A little bit too premature that time was ALEKMA of France. Comes at YUSIFLI hard one final time, and that's how the period will end, tied at 1. Thing about France, Alekhma, he wants to turn this almost into a boxing match. He's heavy with those forearms, heavy with those hands, comes right at you. Talked about his success to kick off this calendar year in front of his home fans back in France, the Grand Prix, placing second. Had a tough go at it last year in Rome. Azerbaijan trying to get the attention of Rashad YUSIFLI, his first senior level European championship. He's had some success. You go back through his early years, he was a silver medalist at the 2016 Cadet European Championship. So part of that young fleet of wrestlers we talked about at the onset tonight for Azerbaijan. I expect things to pick up a little bit, at least the physical nature. You saw some of that toward the tail end of the period. Driving in with those double unders is France. Alekhma thinking of what options he should go with, but there's really not much to choose from. And he just continues to drive in like a bulldozer, sticking his right arm underhook in. Referee looking over. Let's see if he gets a confirmation on a passivity. He does. The judge comes in with it. So it will be YUSIFLI on the shot clock, and that's ALEKMA just setting that up with those underhooks, getting to his ties. It's exactly what France wanted to do. Tied at 1, 2 minutes to go, period 2. Shot clock expires, point given to France, and a 2-1 lead. Well, let's see if that's a 1 or a 2. They're going to go 2 as France adds to the lead. ALEKMA on the counter on a half-hearted shot by YUSIFLI, and here comes some of that physical nature we talked about. He gets one turn to go up 6-1. Readjust the wrench, but YUSIFLI able to get back to his belly button down. So France now in control, a 6-1 lead. This guy is about as strong as they come at 79 kilos as far as sheer strength when you look at ALEKMA. Dictates where he is, always in the center. Seems like his back's always to the center. He's a grinder in the upper half of his body. Comes in on a reshot, nothing there. Uses some of that force to reposition and get back into the center. So even in a position where he was close to maybe giving up the cheap step out, he just comes right at him, a bull rush at YUSIFLI. Drives it back in, now has the doubles. A lot of torque and pressure on the upper back. YUSIFLI able to clear away, but it's a clock eater. 23 seconds to go. France moments away from maybe having an opportunity to bring home a continental championship tomorrow night. Straight on double. YUSIFLI knows he has to take some chances now. It is easily caught and smothered by ALEKMA. Stalemate called, 10 seconds to go. I really like the style of this French wrestler. Safedine ALEKMA, with his physical strength, a frustrating 2020 European Championship, and he's letting out some of those frustrative tones right now. Strength personified. We're talking sheer physical strength. France victorious 6-1.
And the winner of the match is ALEKMA, France.
Now this will be an interesting final tomorrow night. It's 79 kilos, the upper body strength of ALEKMA, France. Matched up against Goliath, Slovakia. I don't know how many people predicted a Slovakia-French showdown tomorrow night for gold, but that's what we have. Able to get one gut wrench turn. Points number 5 and 6 right there. Could not twist YUSIFLI one more time, but that was plenty in the emotion of France victorious.